Hello my friends, welcome back. I'm really excited for today's video because I kind of found a way to make emulsion lifts using digital files and not just Polaroids, so let's get into it, shall we? I've always loved the look of Polaroid emulsion lifts. I just think they look really unique and interesting. However, I have a pretty strong connection with my Polaroids and I get too nervous cutting them up in the process, and I don't want to ruin them, blah blah blah, so I'm always apprehensive to do an emulsion lift. So for the longest time it feels like I've been looking for a way to do it using digital files or something in order to not have to ruin a Polaroid every single time I make one. At one point I did come across a company called Jellyfish Photo who used to make a paper specifically designed for this that you could print a picture from and do an emulsion lift. However, they're no longer in business. So eventually, when I was researching something else, I came across this paper called water slide paper, which is normally used for decals, like basically putting designs on mugs and things like that. And I was watching someone use it in a video somewhere, I don't remember where, but and I was looking at the way the decal came off the paper and I was like, I wonder if I could do that with a photo in the same way that a Polaroid emulsion lift is made. So I bought the paper and I'm making this video, so obviously it did work pretty well. That's the story. Let's get into the actual process now. The materials you'll need is the water slide paper. They make it for inkjet printers and laser printers, so just buy one for whatever printer you need, obviously. Next you need a clear acrylic spray, some scissors, a tray with water in it, a brush, like a paintbrush. This is optional, but it does help a lot. The paper or material you want to transfer your photo to. If you're using paper, the thicker the better. I would recommend watercolor paper. And a computer to print your picture from. I'm going to be using Photoshop in this video, but you can use really anything. I'm also printing from a Canon Pro 100 in case you want to know. Alright, so next, find the photo you want to use. You need to open it in whatever program you're using and make it the size you want. Another awesome thing about finding this paper is I can make a print up to letter size paper, 8.5 by 11, which is something you can't do with a Polaroid emulsion lift. It's worth noting that printers don't have white ink, right? So whatever you have that's pure white on your image, it's not going to print anything on it. So if you're using a paper that's not white or a material that's not white, just keep that in mind, because whatever's supposed to be white in your picture is going to be the color of the material that you're using. Also, I'm really just following the directions of the water slide paper that I have, so this might vary a little depending on what paper you get. I'm going to have everything linked below that I used in case you want to get everything exactly what I got, but there's a bunch of different brands that make water slide paper, so whatever paper you do get, just make sure you follow the directions on that paper, because it might be a little bit different from mine. Next, print your photo on the shiny side of the paper, and then let it dry for a few minutes. Once it's dry, you want to go outside or in a well-ventilated area with the acrylic spray and spray your photo. I usually do three coats of the acrylic spray on it. Basically what the acrylic spray does is it makes your photo essentially waterproof, so when you put it in the water the ink doesn't come off. When you're done spraying it, make sure you let the paper dry. The spray that I use, it says to let it dry for about 2 hours. Interestingly enough, I find that the longer I let it dry, it seems to maybe crack a little bit, like when I put the photo onto paper. It's kind of weird. I'm still kind of experimenting with why it does that. Perfect time is maybe about a half hour, but that could vary from where you live, because like the humidity and all of stuff, I don't know. Just do your own practicing and see what works for you. Definitely wait at least 15 minutes, so then the spray can actually seal the photo. Once it's dry, you can cut your picture. The directions say to leave a border around the photo so it's easier to peel off the paper. However, the border is slightly visible in the final print. It's really not that noticeable, but I'm a perfectionist, so it kind of bothers me. So I usually just cut up to the border of the photo. Like, I don't normally leave a white sliver, maybe a little bit, but really not that much, but it's up to you. The thing with this paper is that it's made to get really smooth transfers, so it's really, if a completely smooth and nice, perfect transfer is what you're looking for, you'll have no problem doing that. Like, I'll show you how you can do that easily. I personally like to have the little wrinkles and stuff. I think that looks really cool, and that's part of the whole reason why I'm doing this personally, you know. If I want to have like a really smooth print, I would just print it regularly, but it's up to you, you know. Just so you know, it is pretty forgiving in comparison to the actual Polaroid emulsion lifts. After you cut the picture, you want to put the photo in the water. It takes about 30 to 60 seconds for the transparency to detach from the back part of the paper. I'm going to insert a video so you can see what I'm doing, but I like to peel the back off while the photo is in the water and kind of have the transparency float in there, and then I take the transparency out and onto the paper. That allows for the imperfections that I personally like in making a print. When you're done, try to get as much water out of the photo as you can to ensure it dries properly and sticks to the surface as well as possible. Once it's dry, it's really, you really can't get it off. It's on there forever, I would say, at least for a long time. And you want to let it dry for at least 3 hours. And that's really it, man. So you can do this with this paper. You can make mugs and all sorts of things with this paper, so get those creative juices flowing. Just make sure you read the directions, because I think with mugs you might have to put them in the oven for a certain amount of time. I don't know, that's for a different video. I haven't tried that yet. Do you mind? Alright, so I've only been doing this for about 2 weeks-ish, not even, so I don't know everything there is to know, but I was really excited to share with you this finding of mine, because I looked everywhere on the internet for something similar to this and I couldn't find anything, so I hope I can help some people who maybe were searching like I was. So if you try this and you post on social media, tag me so I can see, because I want to see. That would be cool to see. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's it. I am going to be posting some prints that I made on my Etsy shop in case you want to buy and support your fellow artiste here. If not, it's perfectly fine, but I had some fun making them, and that's really all that matters. This is going to be the last video I post before Christmas, so Merry Christmas. What am I doing? Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Hope you're having some good time with your family, and you know, if the holidays are a terrible time for you, it's okay, and they're almost over. It's almost over. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, if you have any questions, comment below or message me and I'll try to answer them as best that I can. And Jasmine's wrecking my house. Do you mind? Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! That's my story. I'm gonna get it in. I don't really. It's the thing with this paper is it's made to seal. The thing with this paper is it's made to get really smooth transfers. The thing with this paper is it's made to. The thing with. but I would say this is gonna be the last